It is May the 5th, 2025, and it is 2:55 a.m. here in Indonesia, Bali. Uh, a lot has kind of happened between part one of Off the Grid and today. Um, a lot of things have been like a culture shock, right? Not in a not in a bad way, but just more of an eye-opening way, right? Um, I've had some good food this the last couple of days, and oh my God, you can taste the difference in the food here. You can taste and feel the difference in how the food moves through your body. Since I've been here in Bali, this may be like TMI, but I've not had like gas, like farting, Putin, like maybe once, if that. Um, really not issues, or I've really not had like issues with my stomach, and it's because the food here is really fresh, like really, really fresh. I think like the only thing processed that I've had probably since being here has been French fries. Yeah, it's been French fries. Even the sodas here, like Fanta, even Fanta tastes different here. Like in America, when we drink sodas, we always say like we wanted to have carbonation in it, right? We want to feel that burn in the back of our throat to give us like that huge burp. That's not how the sodas taste here. It's like a little bit of carbonation, but you taste more of the flavor of the soda. Like for instance, if you go to the store and you get like an orange Fanta in the United States, the color orange it looks orange, but you can kind of look at it and tell that there's like something has been done to it. The Fanta here is a really deep orange. And it's like it comes across as thick. Like you may be like, oh, this may be like really, really syrupy. But when you drink it, it's really fresh. It tastes very orange-ish. Um, Even the sugar here tastes like it has like the sodas taste like they have sweetener versus like a ton of sugar. It's just it's the small things that I notice. It's the small things that I notice with food here. Um, it's also been a culture shock with children and teenagers and adults. People are not walking around on their phones all day here. We had a 2 hour drive, 2 hour destination on yesterday. And the whole while I was on the drive, I was just looking at people that were walking down the street, kids that were on motorbikes and scooters. And I was like, nobody's on the phone. Nobody is walking down the street with their head buried buried in a phone. And I'm like, in the US, that's all we do. We're always on our phones, always on our phones, always on our phones, always on our phones. And we are missing every freaking thing that is going on around us. Like here, everybody rides motorbikes. Yes, there are cars here, but for the most part, the young children, 10, 12, 13 and up, elderly people, teenage people, adult people, they pay like $3 or $5 a day and they can ride that scooter for the entire day. Like our tour guide was telling us that gas is like $3 here, and that $3 will last you on your motorbike the entire day. Um, Certain cities that we drive in, there are no traffic lights. So everybody is just kind of like, okay, so this is a thing. So here in Indonesia, when people are driving behind you, they blow the horn to let you know that they're getting ready to pass you on the right or the left. And no one's angry. There is no road rage here. No one is yelling and screaming out the window and getting upset and trying to run you off of the road. It's just understood that, hey, I'm getting ready to pass you and I'm going to get in front of you. It's also understood like to slow down when someone is moving or passing you. And it's when I tell y'all, it's peaceful here. So peaceful. Here in Bali, Indonesia, guns are illegal. Yeah. You heard what I said, man. Guns are illegal. Like no guns here. Knives, yes, they can have knives here, but guns are illegal. So we were at this event yesterday called Heaven's Gate, and we had to take a number to basically kind of, in a sense, get in line or in rotation to take the pictures that we needed. Our picture number was 140, yeah. So there were people, when we got there, they probably were like on ticket number maybe 30, 40, 50, something around there. So our tour guide was like, we have a long wait. So you guys can take other pictures together. Or if you guys want to like sit under like this covering, everybody was basically sitting there. There were two of them. And people were just sitting down, relaxing, eating, talking to one another. And I was telling Tania, my homegirl that's with me, I was like, we've literally been sitting here waiting to take a picture for like 45 minutes to an hour. No one has gotten upset. No one has asked to speak to a manager. No one tried to pay someone to skip in front of them. Nobody walked up to the photographers and like told them that they need to speed up there were no arguments. There were no fighting. Like in the United States, we are so freaking impatient. Like if we would have been in the United States and we had to wait an hour and something minutes just to take a picture, we would have flipped out. We would have acted a fool. We would have been trying to ask somebody, hey, what's your ticket number? Can I pay you to get in front of you to move forward? Like, it's just crazy to see. Fights would have probably broken out for people being like inconsiderate, rude, mean, and nasty. None of that here. None of that here in Indonesia. None of that here in Bali. Everybody's cool. Everybody's respectful. Everybody is so kind and nice. And it made me check myself. It made me look within to say, man, I don't take as much time as I should to value my time. You know, this Off the Grid series for me, you guys know in the first part that I talked about social media and how I feel like I wake up in the morning and I have to have it. Gotta grab my phone, gotta get on Instagram, gotta do this, gotta do that. And it's so different now. So different. Even been here in Bali and scrolling on Instagram and seeing people in the United States fight and argue and shootings and killing. It's like, why? Like, why? What is the purpose of all of that? I'm understanding that it's more and more important for me to go off of the grid and to focus in now. It is extremely important for me to understand how much of well, two things. Thing number one, give myself grace, right? For just being a part of my environment. But also now being here in Bali, Indonesia, looking at myself and saying that I have a duty to and for myself to be better, to be more appreciative, to get out more, you know? Our money here goes a really long way. Here, they consider us to be millionaires, like rich, because of the amount of money that we make and that we exchange, or that we kind of convert our currency over as. And as I sit here in this bed at like now 3:06 a.m., I'm realizing that there's so many things that I need to change. My diet, like the appreciation of water. Like here, it's like, oh, just grab a soda, grab a juice, and like, oh, like, okay, yeah, I mean, I'll drink water, if it's there, Now I realize how much of a blessing it is to have tap water that we can drink in the United States. Yes, we all say, oh, we don't drink tap water because of chemicals and things like that, but their tap water, with it being nasty and unclean, here is different than what it is in the United States. In the United States, we're just like, oh, the water's nasty. Oh, it's that like spring water. But in reality, we can drink our tap water. We really can. Here in Bali, you cannot drink the water. In certain places, like if there's like a well or something, you can have well water because it's clean water, it's natural. But 90-ish% of the water here in Bali is so contaminated that if you drink it, you can get something called Bali belly, where it causes you to get extremely sick and explosive diarrhea. So for me, it's me realizing that living in Charlotte, North Carolina, that I take water for granted. Just being able to turn on the faucet and just be like, oh, let me just pour a glass of water up. I take that for granted because that's not allowed here. Like, I'm even in the resort right now. We can shower with the water, but we cannot use the water to brush our teeth. We can't, we can't do those things because it will make us sick. So this Off the Grid series for me is just really important and really solid for me. It's a way for me to just reconnect with who I am, get a better understanding, learn to become more appreciative. Understanding that technology, it has completely brainwashed. It really has. Technology and social media in the United States, it's killing us. It's killing us. Even going into the gas station here, we were looking for junk food. We were looking for like hot Cheetos, Starburst, like barbecue flavored Lay's potato chips and things like that. And here, it's like, you don't even see that stuff. Yes, they have like their potato chips, or like I was eating something yesterday. It was like, I thought it was barbecue potato chips, but it wasn't. It was like, in America, we call them bugles. It was barbecue. It was Korean barbecue styled bugles. And I was like, oh my God, this is so good. But I was like, the last time I ate a bugle, I was like in elementary. But yeah, like Kit Kat bars, like we see Kit Kat bars over here. But like Snickers, Three Musketeers, no. Mentos, yeah, Mentos candy is here. But Like all of those drink flavors that we have in America, like Tahitian Treat, Capri Suns, all of that. Like, no, I have not seen those things here. Even the potato chips here are cassava, which is kind of like another form of a starch, but just straight potato chips, no. So it's the small things that we take for granted, you know. Just, just even telling him the amount of money we pay for haircuts. You know, we go to the barbershop and barbers are charging us $100 and something for a haircut that's gonna last us probably a week or maybe a week and a half. And when we show them the amount of money that we pay, they look at us like, y'all are idiots. Y'all are freaking idiots to pay that amount of money in USD for someone to line your hair up. Here, they say to go to the barbershop to get edge up, line ups, cuts, $2. $2. Like, that's it. And it's like, even if I do the conversion to see what $2 is in their money. Let's see. Let's see. I'm gonna see if I can do it. Because sometimes I still get a little confused. Sorry guys, y'all just gonna have to go with me. So 32,858 rupiah. Okay, so here for them, like let's just say for me, when I go to the barbershop, my barber is $50 and I usually give her like a $8 tip. I just used it for example. So I pay $58 and American money for a haircut. Here, that would be equivalent to $952,882. And so when I showed him that, he was like, do you not know what we could do with that amount of money, like to feed our families, to pay rent, electricity, gifts for the family? He was like, that is so much money. And I'm like, yeah, it's not that way, you know, in the U.S. And even when I showed him what we pay for car insurance a month, like how some people are paying $180 a month, he was like, in Bali, paying $180 a month is equivalent to 2,957,220 rupiah. He was like, that's a millionaire. He was like, so you all could come over here. Like, prime example, I brought $550 in American, well, I exchanged the currency. So $550 in American money into rupiah here. And so here I came over with $9,035,950,000. Well, $9,035,950. So like, I'm a millionaire. And when we tip here, a $2 or $3 or $4 or $5 tip for them is like, oh my God, like, thank you. Like, you are a blessing. And we go in the United States, so we go places and we sit down and eat, and the service is horrible. The waiter takes like 10 to 15 minutes to come to the table. When they do come to the table, they barely want to speak. They bring your water, then you don't see them again for 10 or 15 minutes. Then they come back and ask how you're ready to order. You order your food. Then you wait a long time. They bring your food. It takes forever for your drink to come. Then your order is wrong. Then they have to send it back. Then you eat and the waiter never comes back around to check on you until you're damn near done. And then you ask for the tickets are wrong. Then when you finally get the tickets right and you pay, then they're upset because you didn't tip. But then also the experience was horrible. And it's like in the US, it's just kind of like like in US, we really have horrible experiences with restaurants. The customer service is horrible. The food is not healthy. It's not good. Half of the time it's wrong. And then it's like, oh, and on top of that, you expect for me to really tip you. Here in Bali, leaving a tip it's so rewarding because of the experience that you have been given. Smiles, warm welcomes, the repeating of the order, the freshness of the food. Like here, they don't walk up to you. When they give you your food, they're not walking up. Do you need anything? Do you need anything? Do you need anything? Do you need anything? How's your food? How's your food? How's your food? How's your food? No. They brought our food yesterday and they left us alone. They let us eat in peace. And we just signaled to them when we were ready for the check or if we wanted another drink. Literally that simple and easy. Literally that simple and easy. It's here I feel spoiled. Spoiled simply off of customer service, man. Spoiled simply off of people just being nice. Spoiled off of people like doing the prayer hands and saying good morning and thank you. Just even like we when I tell y'all, we have been kicking it with our tour guide. We've been teaching him like American things. And he asks us questions about like our religion, about church, about marriage, infidelity, about our idiot of a president, violence, education. Like here, they're only expected to get a high school diploma. And after getting a high school diploma, they are expected to either go work on a cruise ship, become a tour guide, become a driver, or to instantly go into some type of like trade. But that's it. There's like no military. There's like no alternatives to figuring it out. It's like, yeah, you graduate and you literally have to go to live life. You have to get a job. And over in the United States, we start a job, quit a job, start a job, quit a job, start a job, quit a job. Over here, they don't have that luxury. Like our tour guide, he's been a tour guide since 1995. He's been doing this his whole entire life. Sometimes showing people the same route, the same places over and over again. And we get upset and we get mad because we have to get up and go work a job. And then we hate the job. We don't like it. Then we go get another job and we work that one for a week. And then we just say, screw it, I don't like this job. And then we quit it. We don't show up. Like they don't like working for Amazon. They don't have like things and luxuries like that here. Driving here, man, we don't even see the only two restaurants, American restaurants that we see over here, KFC and McDonald's. And the McDonald's and KFCs here serve like American like burgers and stuff, but they also serve like other things, like fresh fruit, parfaits, corn, rice, fried noodles. They serve different types of fresh food. And he was like, in US, we were talking about cabbage yesterday. He was like, oh, we love cabbage, fresh cabbage. And he was like, just a little seasoning, not much, but just the freshness of the cabbage. And when we told him how we make cabbage and how us as black people eat cabbage, he frowned and he looked and he was like, Why do you all overdo it? Why do you all take away from the lovely vegetable, man? Adding, he was like, so in America, like adding meat to everything is, we like, yeah. He like, here sometimes just fresh sauteed vegetables and rice is enough for us. And I said, oh no, we have to like smother ground beef patties, mushrooms, peppers, onions, put a gravy sauce with it, put it on top of it. He was like, and he was just looking like, Jesus Christ. And he was like, so there's a lot of diabetes, heart disease, and high blood pressure. And we was like, yeah. He was like, that's why. Because of the way you all eat. Here in Bali, it's so rare that you see someone that's overweight. It's so rare that you see it. Everybody here is lean, like very small, very lean. Even the elderly people. Because they eat a bunch of fruit, fresh fruit, vegetables, fish. And we don't see a lot of fast food places on the street because people are waking up every morning and they're cooking fresh food and they're selling it on the street. Fresh fish, tuna, chicken, vegetables, rice, man, I could move over here and lose weight extremely easy. Because the things that my palate is so used to, I would not be able to find here. So what I would have no choice but to convert over to eat healthy. So yeah, I'm having the time of my life here. Just realizing that we take so much for granted. And that I've myself taken so much for granted. And how spoiled we are. And how we're not even grateful for the things that we have. Because we have them. And this experience is completely changing my life. So we have about, today's the 5th. We have the 6th. We have the 7th. And then we leave on the 8th to get back. So, yeah. So as always, this is just part 2 of Off the Grid. Definitely we'll be making a lot of changes in my life. I already feel them now, different changes coming back home to be better physically, mentally, spiritually, health-wise, financially. Definitely going to be making some changes. So as I sit in this bed and just kind of look, because technically my alarm is set for 5:30 because we have to be downstairs for our event today because we're going to be on some type of boat. We have to go across the ocean, something like that. We have to be on time this morning. So I'm just going to sit here and soak it all in. And yeah. Get ready for the day. So this is being Off the Grid.